the temp got grand. You misjudged the heart of a firebrand. Redline Firebrand, I'll call my name in a trail of flame. Every blazing meter screaming out my claim. If the world forgets what I said tonight, they'll remember how the sky turned white. Redline Firebrand, when the tires roar and sparks collide, I will stand my mark on the raging ride. You can chase my shadow, you can curse this land, but the win is sealed by the Redline Firebrand. I don't need a trophy made of glass and chrome.
I just need the scorch marks calling this my home.
If the cost of triumph is a burning run,
Let the branded asphalt tell what I've done.
Redline Firebrand, when the last ray rips the dark in two, I will hold it flat and break past you.
If tomorrow asks how the race was won,
Let it read the script in the smoking sun. Redline Firebrand, when the engines fade and crowds are blind, only glowing tire scars will speak my mind.
you can curse the flames that stole your stand,
But the track belongs to the Redline Firebrand. Heat haze fading from the midnight land, still it whispers low. Redline Firebrand. Gated stabs chopping through the neon haze, scoreboard glowing with your stolen praise. One switch hidden in the engine's fire, Nitro Erasure gonna clean this wire.
you're living off the numbers on the tower wall, talking like you earned every rise and fall. Fastest lap, fake crown, all your shining stats, built on dirty shortcuts and your backroom acts.
But I've been in the shadows with the data code, counting every corner where you bought your gold.
choose.
If tomorrow asks where your records went, let it scan the laps and find them all absent. Nitro Erasure.
When the impact shakes the final lap, you'll be just a whisper in a data gap. You can curse the moment that your score got done. I just hit delete with the trigger on.
Gated stabs fading, scoreboard dark.
Nitro Erasure left a single mark.
Empty slots glowing where your time once shone. Now the fast lane writes a different throne. Nitro Erasure. Nitro Erasure. Nitro Erasure. Nitro Erasure. apex war crown, and I claimed it alone. Drawn across a silver grid, every hidden number in the lines you hid. The piano pulses like a coded plot. Tonight I ride as a throttle reckoner shot.
You're rushing at the start like a loaded gun. All in, no plan, just a need to run. But I'm counting every meter in the racing vein, turning risk and angle into cold domain.
Brake lights flicker, I can read your fear. Every late turn entry getting crystal clear. Where you overcommit, where you lose the trace. I can see the minus signs all over your page.
Ticking in the pre-line haze.
Hi-hats counting out your final phase.
If the odds look bad, I don't hit the floor.
If the numbers say go, I'll demand much more.
Throttle Reckoner, my foot decides who wins tonight. Every tiny movement is a roll of light. I don't pray to luck when the red lines scream.
I calculate the gap and then I cut your dream.
Throttle Reckoner, when the slam hits heavy on the one. All the math, the madness fuse into a run. You can gamble blind, you can close your eyes and hope. I'll be riding victory on this razor road.
Guardrails shimmer like a column of psalms. Every curve a question when the chaos comes. You died for the inside, overcooked the turn. I'm staying in the pocket where the tires can burn.
Piano stabbing through the midnight rain. Rock steel humming with a clean domain. You're a wild equation I've already solved. By the time you flinch, you're already involved.
Ticking in the pre-lap mist. Every hat and snare like a book I've kissed.
If the line adds up, I don't hesitate.
One push down and I rewrite fate.
Throttle Reckoner, my foot decides who wins tonight. Every tiny movement is a roll of light.
I don't pray to luck when the red lines scream.
I calculate the gap and then I cut your dream. Throttle Reckoner, when the slam hits heavy on the one. All the math and madness fuse into a run.
Ticking gamble blind, you can close your eyes and hope.
I'll be riding victory on this razor road.
I don't need an oracle to tell me when to fly.
I just watch the numbers in the corner of the sky.
If the chance is narrow like a fallen star,
That's exactly where I prove who we are.
Throttle Reckoner, when the last straight opens like a gate, I'll convert momentum into sharpened fate. If the world sees only chaos in this neon storm,
I will turn the noise into a perfect fall. Throttle Reckoner, when the engines fade and lights go down, you'll remember how I stole this crown.
you can call it magic, you can scream you're not.
But the victory came from a reckoning foot shot.
Ticking fading under cooling steel. Throttle Reckoner, still the final seal. from holding still.
I want the kind that tests and breaks my will.
If the price of glory is this flaming road,
Let the tops bear witness to the overload.
Red Zone Warpath. When the last lap tears the dark into, I will hold it flat and break on through.
If tomorrow questions how I cross that line, let it read the scorch marks where I claim what's mine.
When the engines fade and dust comes down, only glowing skid lines marking where I've flown.
You can curse my madness as you fade off track. I was always marching, never turning back.
Tom cannons fading in the cooling night.
Red Zone Warpath written in the light.
boys riding here to obliterate. Punch bass fading in a mono line. Fastlane Obliterator. And the road is mine.
kind of finish only kings can take.
If the price of closure is this burning ride,
I will write the answer on your shattered pride.
rivals endgame.
When the last curve tears the dark in two, I will hold it flat right in front of you. If tomorrow asks how your legend
Fell, let it read.
the tire marks where you said farewell.
Rivals endgame.
When the engines fade and crowds go blind,
Only smoky letters in the lane behind.
you can curse my shadow, you can hate my name,
But I was always driving to your
red line cooling, silence on the track, rivals endgame.
and you're not coming back.
March drums stepping through the city's veins.
Street lights dim like they feel the chains.
Engines whisper in the blackout breeze.
Overdrive night seas crawling on its knees.
We cut the lights and line up in the shadow row. Idle reps ticking like a drum line slow. Helmets down, every visor full of neon scars. Waiting for the signal underneath the stars.
You're cruising down the main like you own this town. Head full of glory and a borrowed crown, but you don't see the shapes on the edges creep.
You don't hear the march where the war drums beat.
Snare rolls rising as the trap line snaps.
Piano thunder in the building gaps.
If the first move wins in a war like this,
I'll begin the siege with a metal kiss. Overdrive night sea. We hit you when the skyline sleep. From the silent corners where the darkness keeps.
when the march turns zero and the kicks come down, we surround your pride and tear it from the crown.
Overdrive night sea. In the fast lane ambush of the night. Every gear we drop is a straight up fight. You can floor and scream. Try to break that lane.
We will swarm your lines with overdrive speed. You stomp the gas and try to blast straight through.
But every lane you choose has a ghost or two. Rock steel roaring on your left and right.
We're a moving fortress in the urban night.
Dark paths humming like a siege horn call. Headlights burning up the concrete wall. You thought this city was your one-man stage. Now it's just a battleground page by page.
March beat fading as the floor on the floor ignites.
Hi-hats flashing like a halo light.
If you think you're safe in your favorite voice of justice is this burning run. Let the sparks record what the truth has done.
Fastlane Inquisitor.
When the last train splits the night in two, I will hold it flat and drive through you. If tomorrow asks how your halo cracked, let it read the marks where the facts attack.
Fastlane Inquisitor.
When the engines fade and smoke hangs low,
Only glowing scars in the fast lane glow. You can curse my judgment as you spin and fall, but the sentence stands, I have seen it all. Regobbles distant in the fading light.
Fastlane Inquisitor. Rule